subscribe and hit that bell.
Yes, top of the morning. It is 3:30. Zaga. Yaga. You know the vibes. You're rocking out with yours truly. Showtime Sizzle. This is the extra early morning sauce. Man, I can't wait to some of you guys attempt to come out of your holes, um, go back to trying to drop your lives and put out your content, because I feel like um that Earl Spence interview with him telling his truths is way more damaging to a lot of you so-called pro Earl Spence fans, supporters, YTC narrative pushers. And I'm going to go into that this morning. Um, Yesterday, I really wanted to. I did a little bit, but I just wanted to just soak in. Um, I wanted to see other reaction videos. I wanted to hear other reaction videos because it was more damaging to y'all to hear your idol, your God, take accountability, you know, for a lot of stuff that he has been doing, that has been reported, but for so many to turn the naked eye or to act like uh, it wasn't going on, or people that were speaking on it were hating on him or jealous of him, or it was just so. I can't wait to see what you so-called Spence insiders and you Spence supporters come with now. You for over a year, for however long these guys have been trying to make this fight happen, you threw Crawford name in the mud. And but yet when your idol spoke of him, um, he didn't speak like how y'all speak. There was no mention of the ducking. There was no he didn't sign the contract. Take what we give you. All of these stuff that, for the, like I said, duration of this, trying to put this fight together, what you guys been pushing and pumping. Um, it was just, for me, I'm gonna say this, man. Um, Watching that interview, and I watched it a couple times, I don't think personally the Crawford fight is a good fight for him. Just watching the interview and hearing him come clean on, stuff as far as like when he fought Danny Garcia and his hips was hurting, he couldn't move. Um, then the Ugas, when he talked about how he felt like his fake teeth got knocked out. You know, this is a man that survived a a tremendous life changing type of accident, and to get back in the ring after that, and not only that, to continue to do some of the things that you guys don't want to admit it, never did want to admit it, possibly led up to that horrific day with the drinking and stuff like that. Um, I just think a Crawford fight might not be in the best of his interests. He's been out the ring for over a year, piled on with a lot that he spoke on in that interview. Um, I don't know, man. But like I always say, hey, what do I know? What do I know? I know by him doing that interview, it was very damaging to a lot of you guys, man. A lot of you guys that, been claiming to know him and know of him and uh do a lot of YouTube videos for him and about the Crawford situation. It was damaging to y'all, man. Whether y'all, man up like him, man down, man up, and hold accountability, it's on y'all, man. That's what y'all gotta live with. That's what y'all gotta answer for, man. It is what it is. But he came clean. He was coming clean, and he just sound like a man that's been through a lot physically, mentally, you know. Um, Shout out to WCS. WCS probably has one of the best lives I've seen on it, and very, very detailed. Definitely check out his live. I got to get around to watching some of the others. I've seen some of his so-called supporters and fans. A couple of them attempted to jump out there and get on top of things, but you guys, man, go back in your holes, man. Just let it soak in, man. Go back in your holes, man, because a lot of y'all, man, are looking like what you are. Super weirdos, super fans. Um, Thought you was doing the right thing by pushing lies, and no, you wasn't. Only thing what you did, to be honest, like for those of y'all that know the truth but choose to ignore it and thought that by you slandering and doing other things was helping, nah, it didn't. Because when you watch that interview and he's telling, just being accountable, finally being accountable about, the things that he was doing, not taking stuff serious, it really makes y'all look that much suspect, just that much suspect, you know. And I could have been real petty to do a whole bunch of petty videos, but for what? For what? Like I said, one thing about, and shout out to Uncle Jay for this, was I always said the truth never changes. A lie has always have to change. The man told his truths. The man spoke his truths. How, partying, drinking, still after the accident, still drinking and all that. So, and I want to say this too, right? I want this to really soak in, right? What's that say about the people that are actually around him that knew this, but yeah, what did they do? They hit it. Or they, like I said, are they official? Who's really official? Who's really solid? That's the word y'all like to use, solid, right? So if you care about somebody and they're doing the things that he said he was doing, but yet you are around him and he's doing this, and what he does for a living, but yet you turn the naked eye, you act like you don't know or it's okay. What's that say about you? Are you really for him? Are you really down with him? Are you really about him? Just other questions. So when you see some of these content creators, shout out to my man Ron the Dawn in the building. Yeah, it was crazy, Ron. It was crazy. It was enlightening. It was him telling his truth, him exposing and damaging a lot of his so-called fanboy channels on YouTube. It was more damaging to them, I meant. To him, it was a chance of him, getting a lot of weight off his shoulders. But to all these the Fanons, the BFTVs, the Monty Browns, the everything boxing talk. Yeah, I'm saying all y'all names, man. Y'all look suspect. Y'all look like weirdos, frauds, goofballs. Where do y'all get your information? And many others. There's so many of y'all. It's too many of y'all to name. But where y'all getting your information? Who's your sources? You know? You guys been defending lies and pushing lies for how long? How long? You, your audience, your listeners, all your little community, all you guys that stand on that, man. You know? No integrity. Y'all gotta live with that now. Y'all are like, you know what y'all remind me of? Y'all remind me of real rats and rodents. Whenever somebody loses honor, that's what you gotta live with that, man. Y'all have no honor. I gotta live with that because that man came out and said that he's been doing a lot of things, outside of the ring that he shouldn't have been doing. That you guys been trying to act like he wasn't doing or pushing falsehoods, but yet he says it himself. He comes out and says it himself. But like I said, what does that say about the people that's around him that knew this? Because you got to be around somebody and you know this. And this is no get at Derrick James and none of that. Is that maybe one of the reasons why he always has a closed gym? You know, 'Cause I remember me being accused of being mad that I couldn't come to his gym. I never wanted to go to his gym. I never wanted to go to the gym. All I wanted is what is out there now. See, the truth has come out. The truth is surfacing. Y'all try to defame my character. Y'all tried to lie on me. See, in the mix of y'all trying to lie on me and defame my character, now the truth is out. Now the truth is out. So who's really looking suspect? See how when you sometimes when you let things just go and you let God run his course, that was God running his course. Sometimes you just gotta let him fight the battle, man. Sometimes you gotta let him fight the battle, man. Sometimes now it looks like, man. Now it looks like, man, when Sauce was saying, yo, stop drinking. Why you drinking? Who was really looking out? Who was really had the champ's best interest at heart? Those covering things or those exposing things and telling them, yo, bro, get it together. See how things, if you let God, the universe do what they do, how things really come full surface. But hey, what do I know? What do I know, Ron? Yes, they do, man. They defend him instead of defending boxer, but more so, they're not real fans, bro. Because a real fan, you know what they are? They're idol worshippers. They're idol worshippers. Because a real fan, right, would have checked them. A real supporter would have checked them. But an idol worshiper, when you worship somebody like a god, they could do no wrong, even when they're doing wrong. And that's what you see and take place with him. He had a lot of idol worshippers. He didn't have real fans. He had dudes with low self esteem, and shout out to Combat, man. I think Combat said this on his stream. He had dudes that were vicariously trying to live through him, like they they wanted to be him. You know, they I said it. I said that he was like their dad, but that their dad moved on and had other families. You know that saying, Papa was a Rolling Stone. A lot of these grown men, YouTubers, content creators, pro Spence channels, he was their dad that they was looking for affection from. They was looking for they was looking for affection. Yes, to turn a blind eye, and that's what happened with his situation. But he came clean, man. They got a lot of these guys looking bad, man. The Fanons, the Monty Browns, the BFTVs, the Marlowe's Corner. Is that his name? That's a whole bunch of y'all, man. Y'all need to get together and get in the witness protection. Get in the witness protection, man. Cause y'all are to me, you guys, everything boxing, all you channels that was out here pushing the needle, the narrative needle. You need to go into witness protection, man, because y'all look real suspect when it comes to this man now. Cause this man came clean. Y'all was on here defaming people, talking crazy, pushing all kind of falsehoods. Go into witness protection, man. Go try to find another identity. Go get another identity, man. Because to me, you guys are like men that lost their honor. You have no honor. Yeah, you have no honor, man. Look in the mirror, man. Look in the mirror. You know, look in the mirror. Y'all gotta look in the mirror and live with that, man. That's what you tell her. You tell somebody that loses their honor, right? The best way to really kill them is to tell them always look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. Look at yourself, man. You gotta live with that. All y'all dudes that was out here doing your videos, and now he came out and told y'all his truth that he was drinking. That God had to humble him. Y'all gotta look in the mirror now, man. Look in the mirror, man. You know? Yes, facts, Ron. They think you're a hater. They think you're jealous and clout chaser. Man, for me listening to that, it's sad to me, man. I was happy that he came clean and was telling the truth, but it's sad to me, man, because I know he's not who he is anymore. I know this. I always knew this. I seen this coming. I've been seeing this coming. You know, I know he's not. And any woken person, any official person knows this as well. You know, um, but when he was talking about the fights and asking y'all to see when you really watch it and analyze it from a journalistic standpoint, and you hear some of the things that he shared with his significant other when he said he asked her after the Danny Garcia fight because he had doubts. He had doubts. He's not the same, man. But you let these guys was out here just, oh man, they was running rampant with the narratives. When you hear the man come for with himself, basically telling you he knew he wasn't the same no more. You know, he knew he wasn't the same, man. But these guys, you let these guys tell it, man. That's why I can't wait to see what they talk about, man. I can't. That's why I'm trying to get my stuff out now because I don't know if I'm gonna go on. Well, I'll probably put some content out as far as like the other stuff I've been doing. But I don't know if I'm gonna put more content out on this, man. I'm to me that the interview enough alone with him speaking on a lot that they try to assassinate my character for was good enough for me, you know. And um, all I gotta say is, me personally, I don't want to see him fight Crawford, bro. I'm gonna just keep it a real. I'm gonna keep it real. From watching that interview and listening to him talk, you know, the stuff that he has went through and been through. I don't want to see him fight Crawford because um, he doesn't sound like he's confident. He doesn't sound like he's like that, you know? So if they do fight and it doesn't go his way, will Crawford get the credit that he deserves? That's why I was always big on them fighting back in the day. Remember when they met up when he had on a red hoodie? And I used to always stand on that, man. Like, yo, y'all need to fight now. I need to fight now. What is all this build the fight up? See what building the fight up did? Build the fight up led to a lot of stuff that has taken place now. But when they met up that time, and I think at that time, Earl only had one belt too, right? He didn't even have the Crawford fight yet. I mean, the Mikey Garcia fight or the Sean Porter. They both just had one belt. But it is what it is. A lot of wrong people around, still around, led them the wrong way. Then everything that happened has happened. But if they should have fought then, because to be honest with you, is that fight any bigger than what it was then than now? Ask yourself that. Don't listen to these guys that tell you this is the biggest fight in boxing. Yeah, it's the biggest fight in boxing that can never be made. It's the biggest fight in boxing that has never been made. You know why it couldn't be made? Because you see, a lot of people that was out here talking about the fight all the time on YouTube were liars, weren't real fans, supporters of neither of these guys. Neither of these guys. And it took Earl to do that interview with his significant other for people to actually see that now. Because how do you support somebody or claim that you are a fan of this person? And this is his own words. He wasn't moving right as far as drinking and having fat camps and all this, but yet you guys were making it seem like he was doing everything by the books, that he was official, that he was who he claimed he was. Meanwhile, guys like Nate Jones, others that were coming out talking about a lot of stuff that he came clean with. What was you guys doing? Oh, why are you bringing up his personal life? Why are you bringing up, man? He's a fighter. Things that he does personally affect him as a fighter. But you wouldn't know that if you don't really know boxing. See, I think a lot of y'all don't really know boxing. Y'all really not boxing people. You're just people that, come on YouTube and content creators and try to talk about it to gain some money off of it. That makes any sense. He said he looked fit, but mentally he seems checked out. Crawford said Bengal Tiger, he won't show mercy. I think he's trying to make it, but ultimately his handlers probably want Spencer. Now, I agree with that statement wrong, but I just think they know that he's a broken man, bro. When you watch the interview, and I say this respectfully, and you hear how she's talking to him and how he's answering the questions, he's a broken man. That injury, the car wreck, he speaks about that, man. Like he's not the same, man. I don't. They can say whatever they want to say, Like they've been hiding stuff for so long. They finally came clean, but they've been hiding and hiding stuff for so long. Yo, he's not the same, man. He's a professional prize fighter. You don't like the drinking alone takes a lot out of you. That man almost had a life-ending car flip over, man. Car flip over, man. Um, when he first came back, right, and all these dudes and was speaking about him, and you heard it in his speech. Then, but what was they doing? Trying to cover up. Oh no, he got fake teeth and this. No, no, man. The man had a horrific. Like like God was with him then. God and the angels protected him then in that car crash, man. In that car crash. So what did he do? He he healed up. He spoke about that how he went against a lot of the doctors and to get help and all that. He was stubborn. That too right there kind of hinders him to this day now, man. To this day now. But you hear it in how he talks, man. Combat highlighted just a little. You see the laughter. You see the laughter, like when when she was asking him serious questions, and he did the laugh. He's been doing that for a while now. I remember he did that laugh when Brian Custer asked him about him being man down in the Ugas fight, and he laughed at himself. Then he in this interview, he said how when he drives, he sees himself getting hit at stoplights, something to that nature. These are all lingering effects, bro. These are all lingering effects. And I can say this. I think Al Heyman and those people that are his advisors and are responsible for his fighting career know this. And that's kind of hesitant too why they're kind of hesitant on making this Crawford fight. Crawford is a killer. Earl's a killer too. Was a killer, still is, but he's not the same killer. Crawford is the same killer. Crawford has not had the injuries, the car accidents, the lifestyle that Earl Spence has had, man. Crawford is still an elite killer. Earl Spence used to be an elite killer. Not saying that he's not that elite killer, but he's not the Spence that he was before, man. He's not, man. He says it. He's letting you know it. When have you ever heard him say, "Oh, my hips"? My hips were hurting. Uh, what was the other thing he said? He can't. He told Brian Custer he got in that car wreck and things started hurting again. Things started hurting again. Come on, these are stuff that he says, and then they get mad when real brothers, solid official brothers that do this, do reaction videos on this or speak on this because everybody's not a pro Spence channel and not gonna turn the cheek or turn the naked eye and act like they didn't hear what he said or witness some of the things that went on. If that makes any sense. That makes any sense. Sometimes I don't make sense. That's what they said. I think I make sense, but we all think we make sense at the end of the day. He said, "You better be a move." Corbin's going to have him doing the stinky leg. I don't want to see them fight, man. Like, if they do fight, right? Is Crawford going to fight like Danny Garcia? Is he going to fight like with Dennis Ugas? Because these are the only two guys that we have to go off of since the accident. And I've been on record saying that neither one of those guys really were all gas, no brakes. Like, he thought Ugas knocked his teeth out, man. He said that, man. His fake teeth. He thought Ugas knocked his fake teeth out when he got rattled. When you watch that fight, right? And And it's two reactions in that fight that I knew when I watched it. I was like, man, damn. When the mouthpiece gets knocked out and he stumbles into the ropes, the first reaction was the referee, Lawrence Cole, screaming, "Stop!" I was like, "Yo, what's going on here?" Then the next reaction, that was the most telling, was Dennis Ugas, not even Earl Spence. Dennis Ugas, he didn't try to jump on him, um, and he pretty much stopped, stopped fighting, stopped being aggressive, stopped going for his shots. But then, Earl beat him down, beat down the heavy bag. And what happened? He called out Terrence Crawford. I'm coming for the effing belts. Nothing happened. You know why nothing happened? And like, this is just me saying this, but I know this deep down inside. Nothing happened because in order for him to fight Terrence Crawford, it wasn't going to be a stop. If that happens, it wasn't going to be a Danny Garcia where um like Combat would say they got the orders. No, Terrence is not going to take no orders. Number one, Terrence is not a Al Heyman advised fighter, and I'm not saying that Al told these guys not to fight, but after listening to him talk about how he felt against Danny Garcia with his hips and all that, and watching the effort, because that's why I'm up right now. I rewatched the Danny Garcia fight. I've been watching a lot of stuff, right? I should be sleeping. Because but I'm up. I'm up. I slept earlier. But watching the Danny Garcia fight and him just basically moving around, that was like a glorified sparring session to make people think that Earl was back, that he was back. But he asked his significant other, how did he look? Yeah, you won the fight. What do you mean, how did you look? Was something not right? But hey, that's for you guys to decipher yourself. Martin King said Ugas was like, okay, buddy. Crawford, man, if that was Crawford, right? The thing that we could go off of. Remember when Crawford did that to Cal Brook? What happened? Crawford almost killed him, man. When he got Cal Brook to do something similar to what Earl Spence did, when Crawford hit him with the juke hook, the Omaha juke hook, and Cal Brook like stumbled. Yo, Crawford pounced on him, jumped on him like a hyena, like an African wild dog, like a lion jumps on their prey for the kill. Imagine he would have did that to Earl Spence, man. Earl Spence was looking around for his teeth. See, we thought it was his mouthpiece. He came out in that interview and said, no, he was looking around for his teeth. He thought his teeth had fallen out. Y'all didn't hear that either, though, right? Y'all watched that. I'm telling you, all the Earl Spence Gossip Girl channels, they didn't hear none of that, man. They didn't hear none of that, man. They was just, man, they didn't hear none of that, man. But yeah, man, I'm gonna keep doing like I've been doing. You know what I've been doing for that brother? Praying for him, supporting from a distance. You know, that's it. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. Is just pray for him and support from a distance and do content like this to let them know, let him know, let his team know, let the world know I'm still here. I'm still good. I'm still doing what I wanted to do and what God got me doing, you know? And yes, I'm on record saying I don't want to see the Crawford fight. I wanted to see it years ago when everybody was whole. Because after watching that interview and hearing a lot that you have went through, it's not a fair fight anymore. It's not the same fight anymore. It's always going to be what ifs, you know? What ifs? But listen, I'm going to let you guys go. I can't wait to see what these Fanons and BFs and all you Pro Spence channels that are true Pro Spence supporters have to say now. You guys going to have any accountability? Or you guys going to continue to be what you are, cowards, liars, men of no honor? Yes, no honor. These are strong words I'm using to describe y'all, but they are fitting words because you have no honor in speaking on a warrior honorable sport. You heard a man say that he spoke with a guy that you accused of ducking, that you slandered his character, but you heard your idol, your God, say he spoke with this man not about boxing, about where he's at in life, about his family. Um, you know, things of that nature. But you let you guys tell it, you honorable losers. Yeah, y'all are losers, man. Unhonorable, dishonorable losers. You have no honor. Oh yeah, I forgot about that dude too. Yeah, you can add him into the knockout guy. All of these guys, man. What y'all gonna talk about, man? What y'all gonna talk about? And yeah, I am gonna be listening. And if I feel like coming back on later and clowning y'all, I will do so. And if you feel any type of way about my content that I put out, when you see me, see me. Word. Unlike y'all, I do go to fights. Unlike y'all, I am active. So if you got a problem with anything that I put out or I speak about, see me. With that being said, listen, man. Shout out to Ron, the Dawn. I know y'all gonna play this back because y'all always play back my stuff. You know, the minions, the message boys. So y'all will play it back and then go report it, you know, report to who you need to report to. You know, but listen, like I've been telling y'all, regardless if you acknowledge me, accept me, you will respect me. And God is going to continue to keep me growing and glowing and doing what I do. You know the vibes. Please have some accountability. I know that's hard for some of y'all to do because, like I said, y'all are weasels, rodents, cockroaches. This no honor. But salute to your God, your deity, your idol for coming clean. You know, the truth, your truth is they say telling your truth is the first steps into recovery. So hopefully that interview, that tell all interview, you know, I joked and said tell all nothing because I know how to spice up my thumbnails now. But that tell all interview about your truths is the first step towards recovery. And we wish you the best, champ. If you and Crawford fight, like Ron said, may the best man win. But hopefully we get the best man of you. Like, share, subscribe. Feel free to like the content or dislike it. Doesn't matter. You know the vibes. I holla.
like, subscribe, and hit that bell.